Good evening. I've just come off the train at Tulloch and it's about 10 p.m. and I'm into the Creag Meagaidh Nature Reserve and I'm walking along a forest track. Try and see if I can pick it out for you. There you go. Should be able to see that. Walking along the forest track, and in a short while I'm going to find somewhere to camp. It's about 10 p.m, so it's relatively far into the evening, so I'm not going to walk too far before I find somewhere, but I'm right in the forest at the moment, so I need to at least come out of the forest. It's just before midnight and I am pitched up in the tent. It took a bit of time to get here, and I was a bit cold and so on when I arrived, so I just quickly get the tent up. I've made some food and got my warm layers on, so I'm going to just have some, what have I got? I've got cottage pie, there we go. I'm going to have some cottage pie and then I'm going to go very quickly to sleep because I'll be up early in the morning to go up into the Creag Meagaidh Nature Reserve, which is just behind me. The first hill just starts right there at the door of the tent. I'll maybe show you the pitch in the morning, although it's not a good pitch at all, it's just whatever I could get, so maybe not. Good morning, it's just before 6 and you'll be able to see that there's quite a lot of light in the sky. I've just come out of my tent, so there's where I was pitched. Not the best pitch, but in the dark it was all that could be done. So that's looking across to, and there's Loch Creag in the middle, and then that's the Essens, and is it Carrie? Can't remember. Over to that side, but I'm going up there and then round. Creag Meagaidh itself is over in that direction, so I'm just going to get going, probably 5-10 minutes when I pack the tent down. Going to try and get up and see some of the sunrise at least. It was a cold morning, you'll be able to see the ice in the tent probably. And it was a cold night, it was a short night. 5 hours in the sleeping bag. But lovely to get up to this, and it's very calm. The summit of Ben Tulloch, and I'll show you the views. It's a wee bit windy, so hopefully you can hear. So I need to go down there. It's quite a drop down to Ben Hurain and then round. That's Creag Meagaidh over there. That's looking north. It's looking round to the grey corries and Ben Nevis. Ben Harain is over there, and it's famous for, well, it's famous for climbing cliffs here, but then also for this area here that banks up heavily and forms huge cornices. They're not particularly big today, but you can see them, so you just need to be careful that you make sure you go kind of out that way and round, and don't walk across the cornice. So I'm headed over there to the summit of Ben Harain, then I need to come back and go on up there to Creag Meagaidh. The summit of Ben Harain. The wind's dropped a little. There's Creag Meagaidh. It does look like there's quite a descent. I can't remember from doing it last time. That's looking back to the cornice. I think I showed you that. It's not particularly big, but you still need to be careful. And there, that's Ben Tulloch that I did earlier. The grey corries, the anachs. And there, that's the Essens and Loch Creag. Beautiful day so far. I've just come from up there, Creag Meagaidh, and then you walk round and down. This is the window, and I'll probably come back here later and go down there, but I'm just going to pop up this one up here. Stop Cor Ardare, I think it is, Corrie Ardare. One of the Munros anyway. So I'm going to pop up that, and then I'll probably come back here and go down the window into the corrie. That's the summit of Corrie Ardare, I think it's called. That's looking down into the corrie. This is the window, which takes you down into Corrie Ardare. So I was up there and I decided to double back because I'm keen to go into the corrie. It's an amazing place. The view from the window. Just stopped to take my crampons off. Had to pop them on to come down the window, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll look back on in a minute, and you can see there was some very hard packed ice. So it's just a very small section, but I needed them. It's been very dangerous without them. I needed them earlier for one section on Ben Rain. The back of it was extremely hard packed ice. It's quite good when you need them. If you've carried them for the whole day, better than taking them home unused, and definitely better having them than not having them. So I'm looking forward to this next section, the walk out. I've not actually been into this corrie before. I've walked around it, because I've done all 5 Munros, so you walk round the corrie, but I've never been in it. So that's why I wanted to come back today and take the chance to actually come into the corrie. It's really impressive, so I'll show you some of the views when we're in the corrie, and I'm looking forward to the walk out. There's a path, I think, down the side of the wee loching, so I'm looking forward to walking along that. I'll show you the view back the way to the window. Right, so that's the window looking back. It's reasonably steep, so you do need to be careful. A wee seat to take in the view. I'm going to have a wee rest here. I'm not stopped really the whole day. Here is the view. The window, and then the cliffs all the way around. I think this is called Rayburn's Gully, I think. Not 100%, but I think so. Can't actually see any climbers, which I thought I would. Anyway, it's beautiful. You can see Corrie Adair behind me, just in there. Just about to leave the corrie, so I've come up the path and then I'm heading down that way. I'd thought of camping in the corrie tonight. That had been the original plan, but it's quite early. It's only 2:30, or just actually nearly 3, so it's still quite early. So I think what I'm going to do is head further down. I'm not sure. I'll definitely head further down, but I'm not sure where I'm going to go. I've really enjoyed being in the corrie. I stopped at that wee bench for a while and so on, so it's been really nice to see it. Like I said, when I'd been before, I just saw it walking along the ridge that goes all the way around, so you kind of handrail it, but you don't get to see it in the same way. So I wanted to come back and actually go right up to the wee loching. And I'll go down that way. There's a toilet and some information about the nature reserve. This is where I've been. So I'm here at the moment. Come up here into Corrie Meagaidh. I've got 5k of road walking, unfortunately. I just need to get the head down and do it. It's not a great road either, but it's dry and it's bright. I cannot complain after the day I've had, so all good. So after a long road walk, it was about 6 kilometres and it seemed to take forever. I am still on tarmac actually, but I'm off the road. I'm now on the Dalwhinnie estate, which is lovely. You can see the pine trees and so on behind me. So yeah, just walking through the forest, and then at some point I'll go up into the hills and find a place to camp. I won't be too long because it's 5:30, so it gets dark about 6:30. It's almost the spring equinox, just before, so 12 hours of daylight and I've used all of them to walk. So a wee bit more to go and then we'll pitch up, which I'm looking forward to. Looking forward to relaxing. You can just make out through here. You can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see a hill in the distance through in there. That's Dalwhinnie and Shuas, which has the Dalwhinnie wall on it, which is a famous climb. And I stayed there. I stayed just at the foot of it almost 4 years ago to the day to climb some of the hills. Climb some of the hills just behind it. I can't remember the name of them. Creag, and then it's Pitridh. Wonder how you say that, don't know. And one next to it. And that was just before COVID. It was literally a couple of days before COVID. 4 years. So, anyway, withering on. It's lovely. So I'm pitched up in the tent, as you can see, and you can maybe hear the rain on the fly. Just as I was looking for a pitch, it began to rain, so I pitched quite quickly. I'm basically in a ditch at the side of a forestry track, one of the worst that I've had, but it's actually moderately flat and I'm kind of literally in a ditch, like a curve, so it feels like it might actually be not too uncomfortable, which is surprising. So it's okay though. And yeah, I got changed out of all my stuff and put on the insulated layer, and I'm having a cup of tea now, so quite dehydrated after today. So I'm gonna have some tea and then I'll probably make some dinner. I've got some new homemade recipe. It's chicken korma, which I am looking forward to, but I'll need to see whether it's any good. I'll let you know. It's 9:30 and I have made my dinner, so I'm having homemade chicken korma, which I've dehydrated, and I changed the recipe. I've made it before a couple of times and it hasn't been great, but I've changed the recipe and this one's much better. In fact, it's really nice, really enjoying it. So yeah, I worked quite hard to try and figure out what the problem was and how to improve it, and it seems to have worked, so that's good. It's quite a lot of ingredients for a chicken korma in contrast to some of the other meals, so this one took a wee bit of kind of figuring out. So I'm enjoying that, and I've had a cup of tea, I had a wee sleep, I stretched, made my dinner, and then I'm going to have another cup of tea and then go to bed, or go to sleep. I'm in my bed. And then tomorrow, you shouldn't need to get up too early. I'm getting the bus from Dalwhinnie, so I started, wee recap, it's been quite windy and then it was dark and stuff, so I haven't done a full kind of route. I started at Tulloch train station last night, and then I went up towards Ben Chelach and camped near there. Then this morning I went up Ben Chelach over to Ben Harain, Creag Meagaidh, and then the fourth one on the Creag Meagaidh round, and then I dropped down the window into Corrie, down to the visitor centre, and then walked along the road to Kinlochranach, and then up into the forest behind Kinlochranach, which is where I am now. And then tomorrow I'm going to carry on the forest trails, and then there's some open ground with no trails, and drop down into Dalwhinnie to get the bus. There's no train from Tulloch, so that wasn't an option to make it circular. So the bus into from Dalwhinnie tomorrow. So it's about 13-14k tomorrow, which isn't too much. So that is the plan. But yeah, I'll finish my dinner, cup of tea, and then off to sleep. So I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's just before 7. I had a bit of a longer sleep because I was very tired. Late night on Friday, early start on Saturday, and then quite a long day's walking. I slept really well. And I don't have too far to go today. I should have plenty of time to get to Dalwhinnie in time for the bus. And I might even have time for a bacon roll, you never know. So yeah, get the coffee on. It's just, you can probably hear it actually. It's just starting to boil. And I'll have coffee and then get packed up. Wee rainbow over there, just in there. So I'm just getting going, taking my time, which I don't normally do, but there's no huge rush today. That's the pitch, you can see, kind of in a ditch. It actually was quite comfortable. It doesn't look it, but I managed to find a flat bit within there, and the grass was really soft, so there you go. You never know what you're going to get. But yeah, the forest track is just literally right there, which I also don't normally do, but there's arrived as it was getting dark, and then I'm up still just after 7, half 7 at the moment, so I'll be away quite soon. So yeah, that's looking back into Ben Alderman Road there, and I'm going to go that way where the sun is, towards Dalwhinnie. Okay, going. walking along beside the wee river. It's a lovely morning, you can see some blue sky. Up there is dry, and yeah, it's just lovely being out. I haven't been out for quite a while, so I'm enjoying it. I'm on a good track for a bit, so I think I go up here and then I need to cross the river, and then at that point the track will disappear and the hard work will begin. But for now, enjoying being out. Should have come and camped here, this would have been better. It's always the way. That would have been some good pitches there, but not to worry. Walking down beside this wee stream, you can see the sun's out. It is glorious. Back onto a double track for a couple of kilometres, and then I'll arrive in Dalwhinnie. Can confirm that that's true, although I didn't go to Figure. Yeah, I was from Kinloch. Dalwhinnie Distillery, the iconic copper cladding that you can see from the A9. I actually got given a bottle of that quite recently, just before Christmas. It was very nice. It is very nice. Still plenty left. So, almost in the main part of Dalwhinnie, where I'm going to go to one of the cafes and relax for a wee bit before the bus. So I think I'll wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I've been out, so I really enjoyed it. Hopefully it won't be too long before I'm out again. Various things have stopped me, but hopefully a bit of a clearer run coming up. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.